Hi everyone, it's Valor from Online Combat Battalion with another Arma 3 editor tutorial video for you. This one's number 2 in our series on the ranges that OCB uses in its training mission. This is the Marksman range, and this is a little bit different to your normal rifle range in that there's a bunch of targets all spread out here. I've got some targets that are a little bit out of the ordinary, so bad guy holding a hostage. Some targets out here with a civilian behind a bad guy, another bad guy holding a hostage, and placed a couple of civilians in front of a bad guy and some on the roof, etc. So I'll show you how this works, and then I'll show you how to set it up and edit it if you want to change something. So here we are on the range. We've got an arsenal set up and a laptop to reset target markers, your firing point here, and your targets out to the front. So you'll note that when I hit these targets, there is a small yellow marker that appears on the target where the target was actually impacted. And I'll show you with the binoculars. So you can see there's a yellow dot, and it shows you where the round struck the target. And the targets will pop back up after you've fired. Now, you can continue to fire on the same target, and it will continue to put small yellow markers on the target to show you your accuracy, which is a bit of a challenge with a weapon like this at long distance. You're going to have to aim a little bit high. So there's all the markers on the targets. And to reset the markers, we just go to the laptop and select Reset Markers. And you'll see now that all the yellow markers have now disappeared. Okay, so that's pretty much how the range works. And let me show you a little bit about what you can do with this and how to change things a little if you need to. Now, with this, there's a few things that are required, and there is a couple of scripts that you need. As always, I will make this a downloadable mission that you can grab and open in the editor and then move around and change as you wish. You do require the Marksman DLC and the Helicopters DLC, but everything else is vanilla. There's no other mods required. So one of the things you do need for this to work is a game logic called, with the variable name of iCenter. Okay, you do require that. Also, we look in the 2D view, and we've got a empty system marker here with the variable name of mark. Okay, so you need those two. Don't worry about this, you don't need it. It's just a map marker to show you that it's a marksmanship range. Okay, so what you can do here is none of these targets have variable names. They do not require variable names. You can place as many targets as you like. You can simply, if you want to just copy and paste them, you can do that, provided they are within 160 meters of this thing. And I'll explain why by showing you the script shortly. You could set up a kill house and put these targets into that. You could set up a CQB scenario with buildings and place the targets in there. You can pretty much place them wherever you like and use whatever sort of targets, pop-up targets you wish to use. It's not an issue. And you can, obviously you don't need the firing point all the way back here. If you wanted to do maybe even a pistol range and have a building with these targets in it, you could do that. Now let's have a look at a little bit of a look at the script, and I'll explain a couple of things that are pretty important if you wanted to edit this a little and make things a little different. Okay, so here we are in the scenario folder. We've got the mission SQM, which you don't need to touch. In a scripts folder, we have popup target.sqf script that you don't need to play with. And in the reset, this is the one that relates to the iCenter marker, the game logic that's been placed in the range. So you don't need to really play with anything here except for this number here. So this is the range or the distance from the eye center marker that targets need to be within. So if you wanted to spread the targets out further, you would just change this number. So if we changed it to 200, we can now have targets up to 200 meters away from this eye center game logic that's been placed. Okay, now if you don't have any compatible targets, you will get this message here, but that's not going to be an issue if you use pretty much any pop-up type target that's available in the game. And there's really nothing else that you need to edit here for this to work. Okay, so we'll just save that and we'll give it a test and place a target a little bit further away. So as I said, if I move the target further than the 160 meters in the script, it wouldn't work unless I change the number. So we changed the number to 200, and I've now placed a target out there that is 180 meters from the eye center marker. And you'll see that the yellow marker still appeared on the target. And when I reset that, reset the markers, the yellow dot has disappeared. So there's really nothing else that you need to do with this to make this work. As I said, you can place as many targets as you like. You can put them wherever you like, inside buildings, up on top of things, really wherever you want to, just to create your own sort of shooting range. Quite simple to use. There's nothing much to it. And you just edit the number in the script from 160 to 200 or to whatever distance you want, provided the targets are within that distance from this marker here. It should all work. If you've got any questions, throw them in the comments section below, and I'll add this as a downloadable mission in the description below, where you can grab it, unzip it, throw it into your Arma 3 missions folder, open it in the editor, and then play with it and do with it what you wish. Thanks for watching. Take care of each other. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.